Don't lose the recordings.
Hello everybody, I'm GhostGuy09, joined by...
Warcraft for the win.
And we're not doing Five Nights at Freddy's Let's Play, we're actually doing a Five Nights at Freddy's theory video.
Discovery thing.
Discovery video of things. More like just looking at the facts of all the theories that we know or find. So, one that no one really talked about was...
How did the security guard die by whom?
the phone guy.
Yes.
So, in it, let me put that on solo. So, you hear him going on in this part, saying stuff, and then, out of nowhere, this part, he gets attacked by everyone. He gets attacked by Bonnie, Chica, Foxy. Well, Foxy knocks, but they're all there. But the one thing everyone's probably going to wonder, Freddy. Freddy's not there.
The only thing you know is the music playing.
Yes. So
Wait, I think I know what happened. Freddy started playing his music in the kitchen. That's what I'm thinking right now. That Freddy starts playing his music in the kitchen since you can only hear the audio there.
Yeah. And so everyone's there. Foxy's knocking, Bonnie's moaning, Chica's... Somehow we also know Chica's there. I forgot how I know that everyone's there. But you have to wonder, how did the security guard, the phone guy, die?
By whom?
The only thing that we know is after the knocking, there's a scream. And then just cuts out. Now, this little part is the scream. This tiny little section of screaming can be found in another audio section called X Scream 2. This is Golden Freddy's scream. The deep scream. If I stop it, move it over there. And my proof is by just playing the game, Five Nights at Freddy's, if I can find it. While this is loading, do you have any theories, Mark?
Nope. Wait, what about remember that theory you said about the handprint on
Yes.
Freddy?
That's one theory that's gonna end up after this, which I kinda also planned to do. Ah, crud, no.
I think I know where Golden Freddy comes from.
Well, that's
He
a
comes
theory.
from the kitchen. He comes from the kitchen. Since that's the only camera you cannot see,
That is
my
true.
guess is that Golden Freddy is hiding in there.
Whoops. Click. So here's the game. You can, every point between version 1.1 and higher, you can actually activate
Golden Freddy.
the Golden Freddy. And this is where my proof comes in on saying that it's Golden Freddy's Scream. If you enter in 1987, also known as the Bite of 87, you get Golden Freddy screaming in the deep version of the scream. The game crashes. Supposedly crashes. So, that's my theory of saying phone guy died by Golden Freddy and was stuffed into a Golden Freddy costume. Because
That's
all we
why
know
he
is
looks
that
dead.
Golden Freddy is the only one of the animatronics that will actually
Yes.
try and communicate with anyone.
And looks dead.
Yes. So, taking those out. Now, the Bite of 87.
His theory, not anyone else.
This theory was thought of by the community itself of Five Nights at
No,
Freddy's.
but you told me of a different version. The one that I never heard before.
Yes. But this I found part of the community and part myself. So the logo that you find on Five Nights at Freddy's, its logo, I'll zoom in this area, has like a small 2 little prints hidden on it. There's one near the eye, and then there's one under the mouth. You can barely see the mouth part, but you can see the handprint on its eye.
Don't you have a picture of it?
No, not a bigger picture. I can look it up, but I don't want to. I'm too lazy. So,
We'll flash it on the screen.
yeah, we'll flash it on the screen, like somewhere in between the Gamer for Life part. So, theories about this goes to the Bite of 87 people talking about how Freddy bit a kid, and talking about how the phone guy was talking about the Bite of 87 where one of the animatronics bit a kid, ruining their frontal lobe, which is part of the brain that makes it think and work. And the person survived for about 2 or 3 days, I think, then died. No one knows which animatronic. People say it's Foxy. Some people say it's Chica just because of the bib, "Let's eat." My theory was that there's two of the animatronics were involved. Minus Chica, Foxy, and Freddy. Foxy bit the person. Freddy tried to complete the bite because of the bite not working properly, pushing down the jaws, breaking his lower jaw. Through this, people were trying to push Freddy away, showing that handprint, right, as I show. So, that's my theory. It was Foxy and Freddy.
Why Foxy's also beat up.
Yes. And how Freddy looks also a little bit beaten up at the same time. Just not as much. Another theory that I was thinking about was, well, not really a theory, it's something that I found that kind of shocked me a bit. So, the only 2 deaths that you can really see mostly everything is the Freddy death and the Foxy death. Right now I'm showing the Freddy death. And if you look very carefully, you can't see this in game because it's really hard. The fan immediately stops and turns off.
And so do the doors and the lights on the side of the doors. Like you don't see them anymore.
Trying to focus on those parts.
You don't see them.
What lights?
Like the door and light switch on the
Oh
side.
yeah, those are gone too. Those are actually, no, they're not supposed to be there because they're 2 separate things. It's weird how the game works. But so
should we show them what's behind the security cameras every time Freddy or Foxy appear?
No, not yet. Now here's the Foxy. This one will be a lot easier to look. The fan immediately turns off. Right around the time Foxy enters the room. Now I thought this was kind of weird. But then I looked more into the files and saw, oh. The fan is animated. But it was killing me because it looks like the fan was supposed to continuously moving, but it's not. Even when I played the game, the fan wasn't moving. So, that's one thing I found.
Okay, I'm gonna have to mute my mic for a second.
Okay.
Keep talking.
So, you mentioned something about, a picture. I forgot what you were talking about. Let me find it real quick. Ah, yes. Now I remember. Okay. So let me pull these up real quick and open.
I'm back.
Okay. I forgot what you were talking about. Now I remember. So that's a part of the Freddy death. Here's a better version of the Foxy death scene. I put them side to side so then it's easier to look at them. So,
Hang on.
no it's not. There we go. And Freddy. There. So, with Foxy, you can actually see the screens. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this, that you can see Foxy in them. But what's weird is that this picture right here. Everyone's wondering, what is that picture? Because even from afar, it's hard to tell what it is. It looks like Foxy's eyes. It actually does look like there's a camera up there looking down at Foxy. And then there's this part of Foxy with a light on. This is that side of Foxy. So apparently there's a light on that side and it's not shining through.
So, yeah.
And that's kind of weird. That means this must be Chica.
Or someone.
Chica, someone. I'm saying Chica because of the cupcake. She has a cupcake in her hand. And there's a cupcake here. So I'm guessing it's Chica. The cupcake's hooked up into this to show you. Then the Freddy version, you can actually see a part of Freddy coming up at you through the cameras. Right there.
Alright.
So that's one of them. What's another one? Sound. Forgot about some of the sounds. So, I was doing some digging up on some things. And about, if I can find it, robotic voice. Robotic voice is the mumbling that you hear when Golden Freddy appears in your room.
The hallucinations.
Yes. They're backwards. They're reversed. Around here, he talks about a printer in the middle of the room. The room, some type of room with a printer. So, Mark and I thought maybe he's faxing something, a picture, or printing something out.
Or a picture of a security camera, like, killing someone.
Yeah. Then earlier today I found this, which I thought was kind of interesting. Did I load up the wrong one? Yeah, that's Windows Scare. I found this. This is called Whispering 2. Now, you don't hear whispering in any part of the game whatsoever until Golden Freddy appears. There's some point where Golden Freddy whispers. This is a lower version of robot voice. Because around here you hear in the middle of the room. And if I just amplify that a bit more. See, and it kind of cuts out a bit. So, it's just robot voice in a whisper. Now, one of the biggest things everyone likes to talk about when they hear Five Nights at Freddy's. Golden Freddy, are you scared of him? Most people will say, No, I mean, he's not real. He's just like this made-up thing that the creator thought of to just try and scare people a bit. He is real, he's in the game, and here's your proof. This is a reverse version of Golden Freddy talking in the phone to the security guard, you, Mike, whatever his last name is.
Schmidt something.
Schmidt, yeah. And it's reversed when it first happened. So if I reverse the reverse, it's a phone call. Because you hear the ringing. It's the fifth night phone call. The backwards message that everyone knows about. Everyone knows what it says, but some people don't know what he's saying. Some people say, oh, he's probably telling you about being safe on the fifth night because we're gonna kill you, something like that.
Why would they give you a warning?
Exactly. Because you would know already. So, this is Golden Freddy. My theory is that it's the security guard, the phone guy, when he died. He was put into Golden Freddy and he was telling you something. But I looked more into this and thought,
My theory was they're all the same recordings but reversed backwards.
Yes. And I realized they're not.
They're not?
They're not. So I dug a bit deeper into about that. Just some random person with a mustache on. I looked it up and thought, I wonder. What was it? I looked up 5 Nights at Freddy's. No, I looked up 5 facts. 5 top 5 facts. 5 Nights at Freddy's. And then I came up with a YouTube video that I'm now trying to find. Oh, song, whoops. And I came up with a video by not coming up, so I'm just going to look through my history real quick. Some of this stuff will not be edited because it's just going to take a lot of time.
What about the flashing of the screen?
Yeah, that's the only part. I'm talking about cutting things out.
That's going to take some edit.
Because this is like a it's what is it? Interview type of thing. No edits, no nothing. Plain old. Keeping it simple. I came up with a video passing that. Oh, come on, where is it?
Why don't we just pause the video right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Right now. We'll be back. Let me resume. Okay, so I found the video. Took me a bit. It wasn't top 5, it was top 10. And it's by Top 10 Memes. Look him up. I'm not saying subscribe to him, just look him up to see this video because I can't play it. And it talks about top 10 facts of Five Nights at Freddy's. And it says that this reversed message that he gives is quoting a book by, let me back up a bit. Mute this. I missed it. By an autobiography of a yogi. That's the book. That's the name of the book. And he's talking about life, stuff like that. The quote that the person that he's supposedly saying is that, sir, it is limitable that mass cultural development. Okay, I'm just gonna put it up. This. Saying that this is what Golden Freddy's saying. This is basically saying that all matters of life, all matters of anything, doesn't matter, wood, metal, anything, is alive in some type of way. And that kind of just sparked a light in me saying, maybe, possibility. Because I do not hear very much. Because I was here before you, and it just doesn't make sense to me that he's quoting the autobiography of a yogi. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, what else? Ooh, that's right, the circus music. Yes. Mark commented about, what happens if you play the circus music backwards? Nothing. Nothing happens. But something else happens when you listen carefully. Just without the game and listening to it, you hear like thumping of feet and hearing the circus music speed up. Here's a little piece. So that's a little piece of it. And you do hear the thumping. And it's kind of telling me that who could be running Foxy and also knows how to dodge the cameras? Freddy. Yes. And this is almost like a tiny merry-go-round. Where could this be in the place? Everyone is still wondering that. Maybe in the kitchen? Maybe it's not even a kitchen?
Nowhere.
Might be something else. But the game file says kitchen. So, leave it as that. But you do hear this in the kitchen. Mainly in the kitchen area. And you hear someone hearing thumping and the music speed up. Almost like a treadmill sort of thing. Then at the end, let me move it at the end, and at the end, immediately stops. It gets turned off and immediately stops. So, Mark pointed out that what happens if you play backwards. I found that nothing happens, but playing normal sounds like someone's running. Freddy's the one running.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
like
like he's getting ready, preparing to run as fast as he can to dodge anything. Let's see, what else do we have?
Oh yeah,
oh, that's right. That's a picture. Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that too. So, me and Mark are looking at this in two different pictures. No matter what, everyone's gonna be in the same position. But Bonnie has two different positions when he is near the door. If I can find them, that would be great.
In the meantime,
here's one. There's image number 1. And image number 2, all the way on the bottom. In the meantime, I'm going to be trying to find this, and we'll be back. We're back. I found it. I found the two. So Mark pointed out that, oh, Bonnie could be like doing this part of the thing. No, I actually found something weirdly weird about this a bit. Could just be my eyes playing a trick on me. But I've noticed something. The papers. They're, the camera is in a different position. Did you say it like that? The camera is in a different position. And here's the facts. Whoops. Zoom in here, close to Bonnie's face. Zoom in here, close to Bonnie's face. The angles on here are slightly different. And you notice that the papers are even still like the same. Everything's the same. The picture's different. The two pictures are different. And you can even see that Bonnie's in a different position or the camera's moved.
My theory was it Bonnie's
and
like
also,
in his glitch form.
I should try and find that.
Is he part of Bonnie's left eye in the other picture?
Oh yeah, in the other eye, that one. Okay, so here it is. That Mark, you are actually right. It is part of the glitched version of Bonnie. These two pictures, they're part of Bonnie. But it's kind of weird, don't you think, that Bonnie's in a different position as before, or the camera just moved? It seems kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah. Wait, what about
No.
Chica? Is there like a picture
Chica
of
doesn't
Chica
move
where
a
it's
lot.
something different or not?
What else? Ah, yes. There's that one.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
me
from our
too.
previous recordings.
I randomly found this. I wanted to know what it was. Oh.
Oh yeah, that's after you play the demo.
Okay, so everyone probably knows the good old Freddy Fazbear wanted ad. It's simple. It's just talking about help wanted Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Family Pizzaria looking for a security guard to work a night shift from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. On the sides are kind of blurred out, but you can see blah 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 blah. Up here it says, would he unlikely blah blah, would be unlikely blah blah, would be unlikely. It's repeated twice up here. This is the same thing repeated. Them will, you might, but it would be unlikely blah blah. Blah blah blah. This ad has something, anything, blah da da da. It's like just a random stuff that he thought of. Now I do keep this in mind. Never call 1-888 Fazbear. Too many numbers. It won't work. It's not an actual phone number. Don't try it. If anything, erase the last Faz in Fazbear and do 1-888 Fazbear. Are you calling them?
No.
All I heard was a phone. So,
I was
here's
telling
some
you I'm
hidden
calling them.
things. Posters where Chica would be of 3 crying kids. Only 3. You don't see 4, you don't see 20, you see 3. 3 crying kids.
From the original, which were there.
Yes.
Obviously stuffed in.
And also,
Chica, Bonnie,
I
or
wonder
Freddy.
if I can, yeah, here it is. If I keep going forward a bit, skipping all of this, you notice that it says, "It's me," when he's gone. He runs when you switch, and that's it. You can actually stay on this screen for as long as you like, and then see "It's me." Until you
look at the other camera.
you either put down your camera or look on the other. Then it starts to activate. So you have a quick moment to close the door, then look back in the camera, and then he starts running. And also the "It's me" everywhere. This is a reference to the hallucinations that you get from either Bonnie or Freddy. The Bonnie one scares the shit out of me every time. Because it's an empty suit. Empty.
I don't see any like the
Exactly.
the
It's an
endoskeleton
empty
teeth anywhere in there.
suit of Bonnie.
But if you look at Freddy's, all you see
Yes.
is like the costume, like the
You
endoskeleton
do.
inside of him.
So, if I can find it somewhere. I can't find... Okay, anyway. Let me open up the Freddy one. And here's Freddy's. You can see the eyes, you can see part of the exoskeleton on the sides. But with the Bonnie one, it's an empty suit. This also goes back to the Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy is also an empty suit. But with one difference. He has no teeth. Now, the only characters who have teeth are Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. Plus their second row of teeth from the exoskeleton. Yes.
Only to see
And
on
also
Chica.
Foxy. Now, here's something else. I found this.
Yeah.
Here's Bonnie. Now, you have to think about this. Is she on? Is she off? Is there anything inside her? There is something inside her. My proof? There's some type of shiny object inside her mouth. So there is still an exoskeleton. In this one,
But
you
the other
still
one, you
do.
don't see it.
In this one, you still do. In the mouth. Whoa, where's my mouse?
Oh.
Golden Freddy is the only animatronic costume, that you see that has no teeth, no exoskeleton showing, nothing in its eyes. Why is that? Like I was saying before with the phone guy,
You don't know.
the phone guy must have died and put inside Golden Freddy. Each time the new security guard dies, he gets stuffed inside Golden Freddy. Every new one gets stuffed inside him over and over and over again. That's my theory about that. So it's an...
Damn. Wait, I have a theory. What are in the
Ooh.
heads on the backstage?
Let me find that picture. I don't know which version of this it is, so... Okay, it's the normal version. So... Here... Oh, these are all the heads looking at you. I want one that doesn't look at you. That's the death screen. But this still works. So... Exoskeleton is gone. It's now replaced with Golden Freddy.
And
With
that's you and
the
stuff.
exoskeleton arms very easily being seen. Right here. But you see teeth, human teeth. And you also see human eyes in this. Which now
Well, what's in all the
on
other
the other
heads?
heads are the animatronic head. That's it. They're all the animatronic heads. Deactivated, nothing's inside them, they don't work. Bonnie or Freddy gets in here and moves them facing the camera. The only ectoskeleton that can actually move is this one. Freddy, Bonnie, etc.
Wait, can you go back to the other picture? Can you zoom in
This one?
onto like right there? No.
This one.
To the Bonnie on the shelf. Yeah, zoom in there. What's
The
in there?
ectoskeleton, like I was saying.
Some type of
It's the
eyes in there.
ectoskeleton head.
I'm thinking of this, that the previous night guards who worked there had their head cut off or something
explain
and put
this
them
one.
in there.
This is basically the same thing as that one.
I don't know. But this is my theory.
Okay.
Like their heads are just in there. Like on
No,
Chica's, all you see
they're
is just
closed.
blank eyes.
They're closed.
That's scary as hell.
Those are all the numbers and stuff. Ah, okay, never mind. So, what else? Is there anything with sound? Deep stuff.
Hang on, let me think.
Yeah, hold on.
We'll pause the video to come up with another theory.